Welcome everybody. So if you were here yesterday, we're going to progress and move on from there. So using what we did yesterday and moving forward from there. And if you didn't do yesterday, then it doesn't matter. We will catch up. All right, so let's start with the big toes touching, knees open wide, and then just let yourself relax in between your legs. So as always, we are stopping before we start. Taking a little bit of time just to think about the breath. And as we spoke about yesterday, connecting the mind, the breath, and the body all together into one. Okay, so as you take a moment here in this wide leg child's pose, starting to think about how you're breathing and slowing your breathing down. Seeing how it feels in your legs, in your hips, in your back. Letting go of any thoughts about your day yesterday or your day before getting onto the mat. And any thoughts about your day later. Letting go of all of those things. We're just taking this moment now to be here right now. Push into those fingertips and lift the arms up off the floor so you get an extra stretch down the front of the arms. A long breath in, long breath out. Walking your hands back towards your knees. And turning the fingers towards you, pressing the palms onto the mat then, and just bending your arms and starting to create little circles so you can feel the weight move through the thumbs and into the fingertips. And then take the circles the other way. That's it. Okay. And then we're going to stay there with the hands there. Just lift your hips up off your heels. Try and squeeze those elbows in towards the belly. Just see how far you can get there. Maybe you can rest the belly on your elbows. So you can just see and play with it. It's still early on in the class, so not putting a load of weight on your hands, but just feeling that how the arms can support you there. And then slowly come back out. Releasing the hands. You can bring the hands to interlace and draw little circles with the wrists. And I'm going to lean onto your left shin, pick your right foot up, place it down onto the mat. That's it. And then pop both hands on the floor, squeeze your right arm into your right leg and that right leg into your right arm. So much so, maybe even the right foot hovers off the floor there. But you're pushing the leg into the arm, arm into leg. Maybe that right foot hovers. You can move it around. Yeah. And then popping that right foot down if you lifted it. And right arm goes underneath the right shin. Rotate the shoulder, turn the palm up. And then take the left arm around your back. Maybe you can catch hold of the fingers. And then the top tip here is to hold on that left hand to open up the left shoulder. You can kind of twist towards that left side. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, release. We'll come back and go over to the other side. So lower your right shin onto the floor and then pick your left foot up. So you got both hands in between the foot and the knee. And you're going to push the left elbow into the left knee and the left knee into the left elbow. So you're equally pushing in and pushing out so that it stays where it is. You might even be able to hover that left foot off the floor, because you're pushing in and pulling out so much. Maybe not, just see what you can do. And if you lifted it, popping the left foot back down. And we'll take the left arm underneath the left shin, rotate the shoulder inwards so the palm goes upwards. And then the right hand can go behind your back and catch hold of the fingers and open up that chest. So now think about pulling the right hand down as you open up that right shoulder, twisting towards the right side. Breathing in. And breathing out. Well done, release. Bringing the hands back inside, releasing that left shin onto the floor. And we'll squeeze the knees together now. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. And then exhale, just fold over your legs. You can have your arms down by your side, your forehead down onto the floor there. And let gravity just wake up those hips a little bit more. So with your breath in, belly expanding against those thighs, and you should feel a stretch in your back. You can just interlace the hands behind your lower back, have your wrists touching, lift your shoulders up towards the ears and down the back, try and keep your forehead on the floor, and then start to lift your hands up towards the sky. Try and keep those wrists touching. Try and keep the bum on the heels. Just notice how is that mobility there today. Lovely, guys. Slowly release the hands back down. Good. And you can let them rest down by your feet again. Just let those shoulders kind of hover over those thighs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Extending your arms all the way back to the front. And then coming up onto all fours. 3 normal cat-cows. And then 3 with some little bits of sparkles on them. So inhale, let your belly drop. And then lift your head, chest up. As you exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Okay, find your own rhythm here. The breath in to let the belly sink. And the breath out to push away. Last one like this, belly sinks, lift the head, chest up. And then push away and round into the back. So now let your belly sink and drag your heels into your bum so you feel your hamstrings start to wake up there. And then push your feet down, round into the back. Hover your knees off. Drag your knees to hands, hands to knees. Lower the knees, let the belly sink. Squeeze the heels into the bum, lift the head, chest up. And then lowering the feet down, round into the back. Hover the knees off. Knees to hands, hands to knees. Last one, let the belly sink, knees drop, lift the head, chest up, heels into your bum. And then pushing away, rounding into the back, hover those knees. See if you drag the knees towards the hands, hands towards the knees, although they don't move. Good. Lower the knees, let the belly sink now, lift the head, chest up. Tuck your toes under and then lift the hips all the way up into a half down dog. And you can press those heels down one by one. From here, push down through your left foot and lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up that hip. Now I want you to bend and straighten your left leg. And as you bend and straighten the left leg, which is your supporting leg, see what you can do with opening up that right hip. So any little movements, kind of flossing your way into that right hip. Remember this from yesterday now. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow and you're going to try and hold the foot off the floor, shoulders over the hands. And then you're going to try and hover your foot outside of your right hand, hovering the foot off the floor. And then lower your right foot outside your right hand. Did you breathe? Yeah. Lower the left knee to the floor. Come onto your fingertips. Draw the head, chest forwards. Yes. Good. Let your right foot fall onto its right side so you open up the right knee to the right side there. Left palm pushes down, right arm up to the sky, and then rest your hand behind your head. Try and twist and open up the chest towards the right. As you exhale, right elbow to left hand. How low can you go there? And then push through the left hand to open up. And again, right elbow to left hand. Good, and then push away, open up. Last time, right elbow to left hand. See if you can get that little tap. And then push away to open up. Good. Bringing the right hand back inside your right foot. Right foot flat. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. And that left foot is going to come outside of your left hand. Sit your hips down low. Bring your hands to the heart center for a moment. Push the knees open, lift the head, chest up. All okay? Now we take the hands to the floor and lift the hips up. Now have a look at your toes. Bring them so they're in line with your heels. Spend a moment in your forward fold. Hold on to opposite elbows, relax your head, and sway from side to side. When you're ready, releasing the hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen, and then bring your hands onto your hips. Come up with a straight back. Hands go behind you. Tuck your tail, thighs forwards. Lift and open up your chest. And then lift it up and over, hinge from your hips. You've got your feet a little bit wider. Releasing the hands. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Bend your knees so much that you rest your hands inside your feet, so in between your feet. And then jump your feet to the back of the mat, wide leg. Yes, those feet land at the inner edges of the mat. Adjust your hands if you need to, and elbows brush the rib cage, hover. Lift the head, chest up. Your legs are wide here in your cobra, upward facing dog. And then we'll take it up and back into your downward facing dog. You bring your feet in if you like, lift the hips up. Find that downward dog shape. Let's go for the other side. Lifting the left leg up, bend the knee and open up the hip. Now play with bending and straightening your right leg. And as you do that, moving the left. So seeing how the left leg can kind of really get into that hip. Any little movements are good. Anything that's fun, that feels nice. Okay, so a little bit of strength. Bring your left knee outside your left elbow. Try and hover the heel to the bum. So you're holding it there. And then hover the left foot outside your left hand without putting the foot on the floor. We were trying that earlier. And then left foot outside your left hand. And you can take a breath if you didn't already. Okay, lower your right knee. Release your right toes. Left foot onto its side, open up the knee. Push down to your right hand, swing your left arm up, and left hand behind your left head. I'm not sure where the right one is. As you exhale, left elbow to right hand. And then you push away, twist and open. And again, left elbow to right hand. And then push away to open. That's it, good. Last time, elbow to the hand. And then push away and open. All these movements are going to help you later. Good, release left hand inside left foot flat. Lift the back knee up. Now right foot outside your right hand. Keep your bum nice and low there. Sit the hips down, bring your palms together, lift the head, chest up. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, lift the hips up. So have a little look at your feet. Make sure those toes are in line with the heels now, not outwards. And inhale, lift the head, chest up. Hold it there. Take weight into your toes. Hands onto your hips. And then lift yourself all the way up. There's a little tuck of the tail as you come to standing. And then thighs forwards, hips forwards. Peel and open up the chest. Good. Lift it up and over. Hinge from your hips. Releasing the hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, bend your knees. Bend them so you can press your palms flat onto the floor. And then try and jump both feet. Wide leg plank pose at the back of your mat. Adjust your hands if you need to. Elbows brush the rib cage. Push down to come up. You've got a wide leg cobra up dog. How does that feel for you? And then tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lift those sit bones up nice and high. Okay, so adding on. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. If you want to bend and straighten that left leg, feels nice. And we bring the right knee to your right elbow and hold it there. Hover the foot. Could you hover the foot outside your right hand? Hold, 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 hover. And then right foot outside your right hand. I know that's really hard, so you just do what you can do there. Okay, we're coming back to the low lunge. Lower the left knee to the floor. Come onto your fingertips and draw the head chest forwards. So we're going to go from this pose, from your lizard lunge, into your wide leg pyramid. So you tuck your toes, then straighten the right leg and flex your right foot. Think chest towards your left leg. So you're going inside your right leg here. And again, rebend into the right leg, lower the left knee, draw your head, chest forwards. And we tuck the back toes, just nice and long, not nice and wide. Lift the hips up, and then straighten into the right leg, right toes to the sky. Last time, rebending into that left leg, draw the head, chest forwards. And then tuck those back toes, lift the hips up, and then straighten the right leg. See how far feels good to go. Good. So you're going to rebend into your right leg, lower your left knee, undo your left toes. Now come back onto your left knee just a little bit. You're going to bring your right shoulder inside this right leg now. See how far in you can go. Try and take your right hand outside of your right foot now. Yeah, so outside. And then bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Yeah. Hold it there. Try and draw the chest forwards. And you can tuck your back toes under and lift your back knee up off the floor. Now try and hook your right hip back here. See how it feels, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Release your right hand. You can keep that back knee lifted. Left foot outside your left hand. Sit the hips down nice and low. Bring your palms together, elbows into knees. This is like your little vinyasa now. Hands to the floor, lift those hips up, up, up. One leg feeling good. Turn those toes inwards. Inhale, take a halfway lift, lengthen. And then hands onto your hips. Lift yourself up. It's like the reverse of a deadlift. Hands behind you, thighs forwards, hips forwards. Peel it out. And then lift it up and over and hinge from the hips. Good, releasing the hands. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. As you exhale, bend your knees. Hands inside the feet. Those feet jump back to the inner edges of the mat. Elbows brush the rib cage. Push down to come up. Wide leg cobra, feels nice. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. So the left leg swings up, bend the knee, open up the hip. How about bending and straightening that right leg, just exploring the left. Yeah, bring left knee outside left elbow. Hold, hold, hover. Can you hover the foot outside the left hand? I know it's super tough. And left foot next to the left hand. Lower the right knee to the floor. Come onto those fingertips. Draw the head, chest forwards. How's the legs feeling? Are we getting there? Okay, so between this shape and then into your wide leg pyramid. So you tuck your back toes. Lift the hips up, straighten into the left leg. Take your body inside the left leg. Rebend into the left leg. Draw the head, chest forwards. And again, tucking the back toes, lift the hips up, straighten into the left leg, left toes towards the face. Rebend into the left leg, lower the knee, and then draw the head, chest forwards. Good. So your last one, tuck your back toes, lift your hips up, straighten into that left leg. Hopefully you're finding more space every time. Good, and then lower the left foot, right knee, release. Come onto your fingertips for a moment if you're not ready. And then come back slightly onto your right leg just to give you a bit more space here. So now this left shoulder is going to snuggle inside that left leg, just wherever you can get it. Left hand outside your left foot. Right hand underneath your right shoulder in line with your left foot. Squeeze those elbows in, yes, inwards. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, draw the head, chest forwards. Hold it here. See how it feels. Inhale. Exhale. You can always drop the back knee if you need to. Good. So bring the left hand inside your left foot. Right foot outside your right hand. Let those hips sink down low. Palms together, elbows into your knees. Lift your chest up. Good. Hands down. Lift the hips up. Make sure those toes are in line with the heels. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Bring your hands onto your hips. Lift yourself up. Notice once you get to the top, there's that little tuck of the tail. And then the thighs move forwards, hips move forwards as your body moves back. And then hinge from the hips, take it all the way down. Okay, hands towards the floor. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, bend the knees, hands in between the feet. I love it. Jump the feet back. Come to the outer edges of the mat and elbows brush the rib cage. Your wide leg cobra up dog. How does that feel? And then tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, take your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. Adding on, right knee outside your right elbow, hold it there. Hover your right foot outside your right hand, hold it there. It might not happen, it's okay. Right foot outside the right hand. Good, lower the left knee. How's these legs feeling now? Are we getting somewhere? Come onto the fingertips and then up onto that left knee slightly. So you're leaning back into the left leg a little bit. Back into this shape. Right shoulder inside that right leg. So this time, you're going to bring your right hand directly behind your right heel. So your middle finger is touching your right heel and your palm is flat down, okay? Do that so then you can slide your left leg back and I want you to rest your right thigh on your bent right arm. Yeah, so the arm is bent, your chest is forwards. Left hand is in line with the right hand, elbow is bent. Draw the head, chest forwards. Stay here. I want you to play now with creeping the right foot forwards, away from the right fingers, and then out to the side to lift the leg up off the floor. Yeah, see if that works for you. It will go out to the side. That will make it a bit easier for you. See if you can hold it there for 5, 4, play with it. 3, don't worry if you've come out already. And release. We all good? Yes. Lift the back knee up off the floor. And let's just take the front foot to the back of the mat. Whoop. Lift those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. How are we all doing? Let's go for the other side. Gradually making our way to the full pose. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up that hip. So like you did earlier, left knee outside your left elbow. Try and hold it off the floor there, squeezing the knee into the arm. Hover the left foot off the floor, really push them round into your back. Left foot lands outside the left hand. You take a breath, okay? I know that's super tough. We just got to keep going with it. Keep practicing it, it will come. Come onto your fingertips. And I'm going to push the hips back onto that right leg. Now again, bring this left shoulder inside your left leg. So this middle finger is right behind your left heel. Your palms flat on the floor. Can you see my left arm is bent? So if I want to, I can slide my right leg back and lower my thigh onto my arm. Yeah, so you might not be there just yet, but we're working towards it. So be where you are. Stay in that place. Right hand in line with the left hand. Elbows squeezing in. Remember how we squeeze the elbows in towards the belly at the beginning. Wiggle your left foot forwards. And then let the left leg go out to the side as you lift the leg up. Yeah, see what happens. Yeah, you might not get there yet, but we are creating pathways to it. When you're done, you can lower it back down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and unhook your arm, and then front foot to the back. Take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Lower your knees, sit back into your heels. Have a moment, shake out your wrists. That's lots of head down, isn't it? So let the blood flow back down. Yeah, give these wrists a nice old shake out. Are we ready to flow? Create even more heat so we can be even more flexible and see if we can get into the final version of that pose. We give it a go. All right, onto all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and find that downward facing dog shape. All right, right leg lifts up to the sky, bend the knee, open up that hip now. Move with the breath as you exhale, right foot inside right hand. We're going to come up into our high lunge, lift the arms up. Once you get there, bend the back knee, hover it off the floor. That's it. Good. Stay nice and low as you straighten the back leg. Draw your chest forwards. Stay nice and low in this right leg. Drop the back heel. Adjust your front foot towards the left side. Reach the arms out. Yes. Good. Can you open up that front knee a bit more towards the right side there, Jax? Yes. Flip the front palm. Reach it forwards and take it back. Breathe into the right side here. Good, guys. Big circle. Right hand comes down, touch the floor. Big circle, left hand comes down. Now heel toe the right foot over to the right side. Bring your left foot to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Hands onto your hips. And then lift your head and chest up. So you stand onto your left leg. Hover your right leg off the floor. Keep those toes in line. Don't let them come forwards or go back. Hover that right foot as you hinge from your hips. Bringing your body parallel to the floor. Slight bend in your left leg. Push down through your left foot to come all the way back up to standing. Keep hovering that right foot. I know it's a wobble fest. And again, hinge from the hips. Hover the right foot. Now take your right leg back into warrior 3. Bend the left leg so much the right toes land at the back of the mat and you come into your high lunge. Yes, wobble, wobble, that's okay. You got it. Nice, take the hands down either side of the front foot. Straighten out that left leg. Yeah, see how far that goes. Well done, left foot slides to the back of the mat into your plank pose. And elbows brush the rib cage, lower down. Come through cobra, up dog. And up and back, downward facing dog. Good, we get to do that again. So inhale, left leg comes up to the sky, open up the hip. And then the exhale, bring your foot inside that left thumb. Inhale to come up into your high lunge. Exhale, bend the back leg, hover the knee off the floor. Inhale, straighten into the back leg. Now keep this left leg nice and bent. Drop the back heel, open up, and then walk your left foot over towards the right side. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards and come into your reversed warrior. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, touch the floor, big circle with the right arm. Back heel up, left foot over to the left. Bring your right foot to your left foot. Halfway lift and length and lift the head, chest up. Weight in your toes, hands on your hips. Lift yourself up. Hands go behind you, tuck the tail, thighs forwards, hips forwards, open up. And then lift it up and over and hinge from your hips. Well done. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Exhale, jump your feet back, step them back. Vinyasa. I'm changing it. Come through, cobra, up dog. And take it up and back, downward facing dog. Totally fine, I just changed it a little bit. Breathing in. And breathing in. Okay, let's go again. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knee and open up that hip. Hopefully you're getting warm anyway. Right foot inside right thumb. Come up into your high lunge. That's it, ground the back heel. Oh, yeah, let's open up into warrior two. I realize I missed the whole bit, so there you guys. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into this right side. So we want to straighten your right leg now, and then come up and over into triangle pose. Right hand onto your shin, left arm up to the sky. Yes, maybe that right hand is behind the right leg, only if your right side is long. Inhale. Exhale, looking down, bend the right knee, come back into your warrior two. Good, and then big circle, right hand down. Big circle, left hand down. Okay, heel toe the foot over towards the side. And then bring your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale, take a halfway lift and lengthen. And then exhale, bring your hands onto your hips and stand up. Okay, so we'll do it on this side. Hover onto your right foot. Your left foot is hovering off the floor. You're standing on your right foot. Sorry, I missed it on the other side. Hinge from the hips. Try and keep those toes in line. And then see if you can lift yourself all the way back up. That's it. Good. You're trying to bring your body parallel to the floor. Hinge from the hips. That's it. And once your body gets to a certain point, then you can lift that left leg up. Coming into your warrior three. And bending the right leg until those left toes land at the back of the mat. Come up into your high lunge. Don't worry if you wobble, guys. Yes, good. Take the hands down and then straighten into this right leg. Should feel nice. One more breath. And we're going to swing the right leg to the back of the mat. Find your plank and your vinyasa. Push down to come up nice and tall. And then take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the nose. Okay. So now you're going to swing the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. I am evening it out, don't worry. Left foot inside your left thumb. Come up into high lunge. Okay, we'll come straight into your warrior two, grounding up the back heel, opening up the hip. Then flipping the front palm, reach it as far forward as you can and breathe into the left side. So all of this should feel nice and warm, nice and mobile. We'll straighten into the left leg and then bring the arm up and over your head. Come into your triangle shape. So this left hand more than likely will be happy on the left shin, left rib cage towards the right side. If you can keep that left side long, the hand can go behind that left leg. Looking down, bend your front knee, come back into warrior two. And then left hand comes down, touch the floor, big circle with the right arm. Yes, pick your back heel up and then walk the left foot over to the left side. So we're going to change it now. Lower the right knee to the floor. Release those right toes. Good. All right, so now come back onto your right leg a little bit and bring that left shoulder inside your left leg. Yeah, so we're doing it on the left side first of all. Your middle finger is behind your heel, just like we did earlier. Your palm is flat on the floor and your right hand is in line with your left hand. Now squeeze those elbows in like we did at the very, very beginning of the class. Yeah, squeeze them in towards each other. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee and wiggle that left foot forwards. Okay, so just get to where you can get to and then be there. You could drop your belly onto your right elbow and then try and wiggle those left toes forwards even more. The left leg should go out to the side, lean into the hands, maybe you can lift that right leg. Yeah, see it, how it feels, see what happens. It's what we've been building up for. If you've collapsed, well done. Come back. We'll tuck the right toes under, lift the hips and just sweep that left leg back. Take a moment, lower the knees, sit back into the heels. How did that work? Did you get there? Are you closer to your Eka Pada Kundalini-yasana? A nice little arm balance. Let's try again on the right side now. All right, so tuck your toes, lift your hips up. And we'll take the right foot outside your right hand. Lower the left knee to the floor. Okay, go through the steps and stay at the step that you get to. Yeah. So come back onto the left knee a little bit. Bring the right shoulder inside that right leg. Middle finger is behind the heel. Yeah. Take your left hand in line with your right. And once you're there, draw the chest forward. So you're feeling the shoulder in the leg. You could stay here, just lift your heel up. Yeah, that's going to be creating a pathway to it eventually. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the floor. Now think about those elbows drawing inwards towards the belly. Creep your right foot forwards, your right thigh is on your right arm, lay your belly onto your left elbow, right leg goes out to the side, and draw your chest forwards. Maybe that left leg hovers. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe not. Yes, but you get to the place where you are at it. Yes. Well done. Release. Come back. Wee, well done. Coming back. Take the right leg back. Sit back into your heels. How did all that feel? Well done, guys. I hope you felt a little stage further, if not already with both feet off the floor. Okay, coming up onto all fours, back into that downward facing dog shape. If you got any questions about that one, let me know. I can help you with that. Bend the knees and look forwards. You're going to cross your feet by your hands and then drag your feet all the way through. Come to seated for a moment. Give the legs a little stretch out. That same kind of premise of squeezing everything in towards each other. We're going to use that now. So bring in your left leg and take your left foot into the crook of your right elbow. Yeah, that's it. My hair's all over my face today. And take your left arm around your left knee. That's it. And now you're going to take a little swing from side to side here. It shouldn't feel too bad. We're nice and open, nice and stretched. If this is too much for you, hold on onto your foot and just swinging. Okay. All right, so now you're happy here, then you stay here, or you're happy holding onto your foot, hold onto your foot. Otherwise, you can take your right hand over the top of your left foot, so it goes over the top, and then your left arm goes inside that left leg. So we're back in that same shape that you were, but hands were on the floor. Take your left hand out to the left side, fingers pointing away. Have a little look underneath your right arm. There's enough here. This is enough. Yes, maybe you straighten into that leg. You see what you can do. Good. Now turn your left fingers inwards. So they're going the same direction as your right foot. And then squeeze that left arm back. Hook the leg back. Rest the hand on the floor. Okay, now you should be able to let go of that left foot and just let it hang over your left arm. Squeeze the leg into the arm. Mind your shoulders, palms flat. Lean into your hands, push down through your right heel and try and lift your bum up off the floor. Push down through this left leg. Yeah, see what you can do there. Maybe that right leg hovers, maybe not. Lower your bum down and release the leg. So if you were here the whole time, that's brilliant because you're really getting into that hip. Yeah, so that's going to help. Let's go for the other side. Right foot into the crease of that left elbow. If not, holding onto the foot with the hand, swing from side to side. Okay, so you got a few options there to keep us all busy. Breathing in, try and lift up nice and tall. Breathing out. Feels a little bit like your leg is your baby, you're rocking your baby. You can stroke your baby. You say, thank you for getting me through this class today. Okay, so you can stay where you are. That's enough. That's great for that hip, for that flexibility to eventually get into the pose. Okay, otherwise, left hand outside your right leg, your right foot, and then bring your right shoulder inside that right leg. So it's like you're putting a satchel on your shoulder. Turn the right fingers out towards the right side and lean into the arm. So that's quite top tip there. Lean into that arm. Look underneath your left arm. Yeah, look towards the left side. Maybe you work on straightening that right leg. Yeah, but it's all not about the pose. It's about where do you feel the stretch. We're bringing it back in. Now bring your right hand in closer. Fingers now face the same way as your left toes. And wedge your right arm back. Press the palm on the floor. You should be able to let go of that right foot now and it can kind of hang. The arm is bent. Yeah, so you're leaning into it. Left hand in line with the right hand. Push down through your right leg. Push down through your left heel and lift your hips up. Yeah, you might not be able to lift. Maybe you lift that left leg. Yeah, so all is coming. Well done, guys. Release. Shake it out. Good. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. Catch hold of your toes. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. And then exhale and fold it forwards. So hopefully you got a good idea of, at the very start of the class, when we were in this place, and you're squeezing that arm into the knee and the knee into the arm, finding that equal push and pull, how that can help you then in other poses throughout the practice. How that helps you to engage your core, engage your muscles. And when we say engage, we just mean use them. Roll your way back up. Okay, bring your knees up together, and we're going to take the feet just outside of your mat. So if my mat was here, my feet would be outside. Hold on to your ankles, lift yourself up tall, and then exhale and fold it forwards. Relax the forehead in between those legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Lifting yourself back up. And we want to extend those legs straight now. Not to your widest, just to where you feel, where it's comfortable. You can always sit yourself up on a block here. You can always have your knees bent. Lift up tall, and then exhale, start to walk it forwards. Now listen to your body. You're not trying to fit a perfect shape. You're trying to fit perfectly within your shape. Yeah. Take one more breath. Just taking a moment to breathe into the hips, the inner thighs, the hamstrings. And then very slowly come back up. I have a little challenge for you. Okay, so those legs definitely are not as wide as they can be. Yeah, so if you want, take your hips back a little bit. Hands go either side of your left leg. So right hand is inside the left leg, left hand is behind the left leg. Inhale, lift up tall, and then exhale, forehead down towards your left knee. Hold it there, and squeeze your right leg into the mat. Yeah, so if you've got your knees bent, you can push your right heel into the mat, your right sit bone. If you've got the leg straight, push the whole of the right leg down. Inhale, lift up tall. So now try and put your palms flat on the floor. They're kind of just behind your knees here. Inhale, draw your chest forwards. Squeeze down through your right sit bone. As you exhale, round into your back and bring your chin to your chest. Push down through your right heel and your left heel. See if you can lift your hips up off the floor by pushing down through your hands. You've really rounded into your back to do that. And lower back down, so you might not have lifted. Even going like that is going to create the pathway to get there eventually. All right, so swing over to the other side. We are nearly done with all this craziness. Inhale, lift up tall. And then exhale and just fold it forwards. Forehead down towards the knee. I want to squeeze this left sit bone down now. Left heel, the whole of the back of the left leg. And if you've got your knee bent, then the left heel and the left sit bone are the important points. Inhale, lift up tall. Go through the steps. Lift off will happen eventually. So palms flat. Draw your chest forwards. Round into the back, chin to chest. Push down through the heels and then push down through the hands. See if you can lift those hips up. Use your core, don't use your quads. And then lower the sit bones back down. Well done. Coming back to the center. We'll squeeze those legs together. Give them a nice little shake out. We're going to counter pose that. So reaching your arms forwards and then slowly lower down onto your mat. Bring your heels close to your bum. Your palms flat onto the floor. Inhale, belly expands. As you exhale, the belly draws back, push down through your feet and lift the hips up. Come into wheel here if you like. Be wary because we haven't done a lot of back bending, but maybe you need that extra stretch through the front of the hip flexors. So make it be about stretching the front of the body. Bridge is fine as well. When you're ready, you can lower back down. Take your feet as wide as the mat and windscreen wiper the legs. Well done, guys. We've covered lots of different things today. So if you took one thing from it, then that's amazing. If you got a few things from it, then that's amazing. Now we'll hug the knees into the chest, wrap your arms over the tops of the knees, squeeze the lower back into the mat, and you can have a little rock from side to side here. And we will finish with the plow pose. If you're not happy with plow, you can stay as you are, or take that happy baby. Okay, so palms flat, lift the legs up and over the head. You can rest the hands on the lower back, the toes resting on the floor behind you or hovering, but making sure there's weight in your elbows, not in your neck. Yeah, so there will be weight in your neck, but we don't want to put all the weight into the neck. Lowering the hands back down and lowering the spine down just whenever you're ready. Remember, this is your practice. Soles of the feet together, knees open, arms up and over your head. We got here. Let your eyes close, let your face relax. Feel the practice. Make sure that you're, especially when we are working with things like arm balances and strength, make sure that there's a playful attitude. If it's not playful, it becomes serious and then it becomes something else. And it's not about completing the pose, it's about the journey to the pose. So if that's fun, then it makes it all the more easier. Let your jaw relax, face relax, and if you like, extend your feet to the corners of the mat. You're welcome to stay as you are. Just let every muscle relax for a moment. After all that focus, all that concentration, let everything relax. Remembering these few moments are probably the most important part of the whole class. So make the most of them. So you're welcome to continue with your Shavasana. Otherwise, if you need to get moving, start to breathe a little bit deeper. And bring movement into your fingers, into your toes, and we try and transition slowly into the practice and slowly out of the practice. Moving from one world into the other slowly. Arms go up and over your head, doing a lovely full body stretch. And then you can roll over onto the right hand side into that fetal shape. And you're keeping your eyes closed as you come up to seated to face the front. Arms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Namaste, have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for sticking with me through all of that. Let me know if you've got any questions. I would love to see some pictures of you in your poses. Have a lovely day.